Let me ask you something. How many times have you been with a woman and in the end, realized she was giving you all the signs of interest, but you simply didn't notice it at the moment? Yeah, it happens to almost every man, and the thing is, 99% of them don't notice when a woman wants you right now. I'm not talking about obvious signs, but those little gestures, glances, and touches that seem innocent, but are actually clear, silent invitations. And that's exactly what you're going to learn today. I'm going to show you 7 powerful signs that indicate she wants you right now, from the most subtle to the most intense of all. Each sign you'll understand in a practical way, what it means, how it shows up, what to do at the moment, and the positive impact when you act correctly. The truth is, many men miss opportunities not because they don't have a chance, but because they don't know how to read these details. The lingering glance, the innocent touch, the softer voice, the playful teasing, the body leaning closer, the strategic silence. All of this is a map that, if you know how to read it, completely changes her perception of you. And the last sign? It's so intense it practically shouts, "I want you now," but few men notice it. So if you're tired of missing opportunities and want to finally act like a man who understands the game, stay with me until the end, because I'm going to open your eyes in a way you'll never let such a chance slip by again. Let's start with the first sign, that simple detail that seems like nothing, but is actually the beginning of everything. Sign 1, the lingering glance. My friend, let me open your eyes completely. When a woman holds her gaze on you longer than usual, it's a silent invitation, and if you don't notice, you're already losing ground. It's not just any glance, it's the one that lingers, that captivates, that pierces through you, often accompanied by a subtle smile, almost like a secret between the two of you. Most men, especially older ones who think they understand women, let it pass thinking it's just politeness, friendliness, or shyness, but it's none of that. The gaze is the oldest and most powerful weapon of female seduction, because she puts everything she can't or won't say in words into it. Imagine you're at dinner, a party, or a casual conversation, and she locks eyes with you for 3 or 4 seconds, then quickly looks away, maybe smiling shyly. That simple gesture is already a very strong sign that she's interested, but only if you know how to interpret it. The problem is, many men look away, check their phone, change the topic, or pretend they didn't notice to avoid exposure, and in that moment, they miss the chance to create a connection. What you should do is the opposite. Hold the gaze back, calmly, naturally, showing that you understand the game. Here's the secret: don't stare harshly or intimidate, just keep a steady, confident gaze with a slight, knowing smile, as if saying, "I see what you're doing and I'm in the game." The impact is immediate. When you hold the gaze, it creates a good kind of tension, a kind of electricity in the air, and that's when she thinks, "This man noticed, he's different." This tension is the base of attraction. It's the spice that turns an ordinary conversation into one charged with desire. And believe me, my friend, no woman can resist a man who knows how to hold a gaze with confidence. She feels she's facing someone present, someone who doesn't hide, who knows what he wants. So next time a woman looks at you this way, don't waste the moment. It's not by chance. She's giving you the cue to show you're not part of the 99% who miss it, but the 1% who understands and plays the game. Sign 2, the innocent touch. Now, my friend, if you think the gaze already says a lot, wait until I tell you about touch. That detail almost no man notices at the moment, but that speaks louder than 1,000 words. The innocent touch is her way of getting closer without being obvious, and if you don't catch it, you miss the chance to create instant connection. It could be a light brush on your arm when laughing at a joke, a subtle nudge on the shoulder during play, or the way she runs her hand over your arm without realizing she's doing it on purpose. These little gestures are silent tests, disguised invitations, and only those who understand female psychology can read them correctly. Most men ignore it, think it's an accident, or assume she's just friendly, continuing as if nothing happened, not realizing she's creating tension and gauging their reaction. If you respond naturally, touch lightly back, smile, and create a reciprocal energy without exaggeration, it instantly changes her perception. The benefit is huge. It creates physical and emotional closeness while subtly increasing sexual tension, showing you picked up the cue without a word. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to recognize these little touches, and the more natural your response. You start to feel her energy and guide the moment with confidence. So next time she lightly touches you, don't underestimate it, smile, reciprocate, and create a connection most men never achieve. And if touch is that powerful, wait until you notice her voice. That's a signal that few men can even catch. Sign 3, the change in her voice. My friend, here's something most men don't notice, but it reveals a lot about how a woman feels: her voice. And I'm not talking just about what she says, but how she says it. When a woman is interested, her voice changes, softer, lower, almost like it's only for you to hear, and it's no coincidence, it's instinct chemistry, her way of creating intimacy without speaking directly. Often she doesn't even realize she's doing it, but you must notice, because that's where true connection begins. That moment in a conversation when she says something trivial, but her tone is engaging, almost whispering. Or when she asks an ordinary question, but her tone is warmer, closer, more intimate. That's the signal. Most men don't notice, or think they imagined it, and lose the chance to naturally get closer. What you should do is simple: adjust your voice, keep it firm and confident, not too loud, calm, and respond in rhythm with hers. The benefit is huge. She feels you understand the game, that you're different from all the others who miss these nuances, and attraction grows effortlessly. Her voice is like a map. Learn to read it, and you'll know when to advance or hold back. Trust me, noticing this makes a difference not just in attraction but in her confidence in you. She sees you as attentive, experienced, someone who can interpret signals without getting lost in the details. So next time you notice this shift, don't ignore it, match her rhythm, stay present, and watch how this simple perception transforms an ordinary conversation into something full of chemistry, closeness, and desire. Recognizing this puts you ahead of the 99% who see nothing and closer to being the 1% who truly understand female psychology. And if you thought voice was powerful, wait until I show you the fourth sign, the way she teases and provokes you. This is where fun and tension mix, and almost no man reacts correctly. Sign 4, the way she plays. Now my friend, if you think you've understood everything, let me tell you about the way a woman plays with you, because this is one of the most fun and at the same time most revealing signs of interest. It's when she teases you, jokes with you, lightly tests your reaction, almost like a game, and most men don't even notice they're being tested. It could be a line like, "Oh, you couldn't keep up with me," a playful little push, an exaggerated laugh when you say something, or even a teasing comment about you not knowing how to do something. All of this is intentional, even if it seems natural. What she wants to see is how you handle the tension, if you play along, if you have confidence, if you can laugh at yourself without losing your masculinity. Many men, especially older ones, react the wrong way. They get too serious, ignore the tease, or try to correct her, and that's when the charm is lost, because she realizes you're not in tune with the game. So what should you do? Play along, respond confidently, give that charming laugh, return a light tease, and show that you're not easily shaken. This immediately increases chemistry and sexual tension naturally. The benefit is huge. She feels you're fun, secure, mature, and know how to handle subtle attraction situations without overdoing it or forcing anything. This kind of interaction creates rapid intimacy, because the play is really a test of compatibility and desire. She wants to see if you have the presence and energy to keep the game going. And let me tell you as a close friend, when a man knows how to join in this dance, the woman feels he's different, notices nuances others ignore, and this almost instantly increases her interest. So next time she teases you, don't underestimate it, don't look away, get into the game, smile, tease back, and notice how this dynamic turns any casual conversation into something full of attraction and desire, putting you immediately ahead of the 99% who understand nothing. And if you thought the play was intense, wait until you notice how her body starts moving closer. That's the fifth sign, and that's when the tension really rises. Sign 5, her body moving closer. My friend, now things get even more interesting, because when a woman starts moving her body closer to you, it's practically a sign she wants more than conversation, and most men either don't notice or completely ignore it, thinking it's coincidence or lack of space, but it's not. The position of her body, the direction of her posture, the way she crosses her legs toward you or leans slightly while talking, all of this is nonverbal communication and reveals a lot about her intention. You know that moment when you're sitting, and she, even with free space, moves closer, puts her hand near yours, or tilts her shoulders toward you. That's not an accident, it's subtle but full of meaning. And if you don't notice, she may think you're not interested, or that you lack the confidence to read the signs, and her interest can cool quickly. So what should you do? First, keep a firm and confident posture. Don't step back, don't pull away, don't overcompensate with unnecessary gestures. Just notice her approach, smile, respond naturally, and feel the energy flowing between you. The benefit is immediate. When you respond without seeming insecure, you create a good tension, that chemistry that makes her completely interested while curious to see how far you'll go. And my friend, this also acts as a test. She wants to see if you have presence, control of the situation, if you're not intimidated by her closeness, and if you know how to read body language. The more you practice noticing these signals, the more natural your response becomes, and the easier it is to guide the interaction attractively and confidently. And let me tell you, as a close friend, women immediately feel when a man notices these details, and it makes them feel desired, safe, and yet provocatively challenged. So next time you notice her moving closer to your space, don't underestimate the power of this sign. It's direct, subtle, and intense at the same time, and those who can catch and respond confidently instantly move from the 99% of men who see nothing to the 1% who truly understand female psychology and know how to lead the situation. And if you thought physical closeness was powerful, wait until you notice her strategic silence. That's the sixth sign, and few men can interpret it correctly. Sign 6. The intentional silence. My friend, if you think you've seen it all, the sixth sign will leave you speechless: a woman's intentional silence. Yes, it may seem strange, but when a woman is interested, she can use silence strategically, and almost no man notices its meaning. She's not ignoring you, she's not disinterested. On the contrary, she's creating tension, leaving the air thick with anticipation just to see how you react. Often this happens during conversation. You're talking, she suddenly stops, looks at you with a subtle smile or averts her gaze, and you feel that strange, almost uncomfortable vibe. Most men panic, try to fill the silence with useless words, or completely change the conversation tone, and that's when they lose control. But if you understand the game, silence is actually a golden opportunity. It's your chance to show security, presence, and calm. What should you do? Breathe, maintain a confident gaze, smile slightly, and let the silence work in your favor. She's measuring your reaction, testing your patience, observing if you can handle tension without getting anxious or insecure. The benefit is huge. When you master silence, you create an irresistible magnetism, increase attraction without saying a word, and she senses she's dealing with someone who understands the dynamics of seduction, someone different from other men who always need to talk, fill every space, and end up showing nervousness. Also, silence creates a unique intimacy, making her feel observed and understood, even when nothing is said. And my friend, this is one of the most subtle and powerful signs. Those who understand female psychology know that intentional silence is often more revealing than 1,000 words, and if you respond with confidence and control, you project the image of a man who notices everything, doesn't panic over small pauses, and knows how to guide tension irresistibly. So next time you notice strategic silence, don't fill the space with unnecessary words. Use it to strengthen connection, increase chemistry, and stand out from the 99% of men who simply see nothing, becoming the 1% who truly understands female signals and knows how to turn any situation into pure attraction. And if silence is already powerful, get ready for the seventh and final sign, the most intense of all, practically shouting, "She wants you now." Sign 7, the final and most intense. My dear friend, now we arrive at the final sign, and let me tell you, this is the most powerful of all, the one that practically screams she wants you right now, and if you don't notice it, you'll keep being part of the 99% of men who miss it. I'm talking about the combination of signs: the gaze, the touch, the smile, the body moving closer, the softer voice, the teasing, the strategic silence, all working together, creating an almost electric energy impossible to ignore. When this happens, my friend, she's not just interested, she's testing you to see if you have the perception, confidence, and courage to respond immediately. It's as if every gesture, every detail is a warning. If you act now, anything can happen. Most men notice a single sign and think it's a coincidence, but when all these signs appear together, it's practically an open, silent invitation, and only those who know how to interpret it can respond correctly. What should you do? First, breathe and maintain a confident posture. Don't get nervous, don't force anything, but be present and attentive to every gesture of hers. Respond naturally, use touch, gaze, voice, and smile, all organically without rushing, creating closeness and chemistry at the same time. The benefit is enormous. When you notice and act at this moment, she senses that you're different from everyone else, that you understand the game, that you can read subtle signals and guide the situation confidently. And my friend, this awareness completely changes your attraction power. Women feel when they're dealing with a man who truly understands what's happening, and it makes them want to get closer, test you, tease you more, and practically desire being with you. So next time all these signals happen at once, don't let it pass. Don't fool yourself thinking it's luck or coincidence. She's giving you the greatest gift, the chance to enter the attraction game consciously, safely, and irresistibly. If you do it right, you'll leave any woman completely fascinated, putting you in the 1% of men who truly understand female psychology and know how to seduce effectively. And now that you know all the signs, my friend, it's time to reflect on how you'll use this knowledge. Because knowing isn't enough, you must act. My friend, now that you know all the signs, let me tell you something important. Knowing these details is useless if you don't act. The secret isn't just noticing what she wants, but having the courage, presence, and confidence to respond naturally. Many men learn about attraction, memorize signs and strategies, but freeze or worry too much about seeming perfect, and then they miss the chance. But you don't have to be like that. Take a deep breath, trust yourself, and remember, every gesture, every glance, every touch you notice is an opportunity to create connection, desire, and intimacy naturally. If you really want to transform your way of seducing, don't wait. The next step is essential to keep evolving. My friend, now is the time to act for Raoul. If you want to start noticing and interpreting these signs like the 1% of men who truly understand women, you need to put into practice everything we've learned today. Just watching the video isn't enough. You have to apply it, observe, test, enjoy the process, and most importantly, trust yourself. Here's my invitation. If you want to keep evolving and discover even more secrets of female psychology, the game of attraction, and how to seduce women naturally and powerfully, hit the subscribe button, turn on notifications, and stay updated with our content. Remember, knowledge without action is just information. Action transforms you into someone who truly conquers. And now, my friend, let's close with a message that will stay in your mind and motivate you to use everything you've learned today. My friend, before ending, remember this: noticing the signs a woman gives isn't magic, it's perception, attention, and confidence. Every glance, every touch, every gesture is an opportunity to create connection, intimacy, and desire naturally. Remember, 99% of men miss it, but you are now on the path to being different, to becoming the man who understands female psychology and can lead the attraction game. So practice, observe, enjoy every interaction, and above all, trust your power to notice and act. When you apply all this consciously and confidently, attraction becomes almost automatic. Now, my friend, go ahead and turn every moment with a woman into something unforgettable.